Hi. I just thought I'd pop in. Hey, I just got back from Japan. Fuck. I've been meaning to go since I was like a little kid. Just wanted to quickly share with you. I won't drag this on too long. I probably will, but anyway, just some pickups that I got whilst I was in Japan. I'm going to be doing a couple more videos when I get a bit more time. I've got to go back to work in a couple of days, so I'm just spamming this out as quickly as possible before I go back to the drudgery of work. But I was over in Japan for 2 weeks. I went to Tokyo and surrounding areas, Kyoto, Hiroshima. Amazing place, and I'll get more into the details of arcades and places I went to and things like that in later videos, and I can actually sort of edit together some footage and things like that. But just real quick, I just wanted to show you some of the piles of shit that I've managed to pick up from Japan. I'll breeze through these really quickly. If you've got any questions, post in the comments below, or just ask me on Facebook, because the 3 or 4 people who watch this might be interested. Who knows? Oh, got that hat from Hiroshima. It's from the Toyo Hiroshima Toyo Kart baseball team, so that's cool. Support your local team, apparently. Not that they're local to me, but hey, they got a cool hat. So anyway, first thing I got was Diglett soft toy. Yay! There's so much fucking Pokemon in Japan, it's not even funny. Numerous Pokemon stores with all sorts of new stuff. It was harder to find a Diglett. I'm more of a Pancham guy, but I like Diglett as well. I used to play, well, it used to be one of my favourite Pokemon from Pokemon Yellow. It was a bit harder to find an older Pokemon. It's all about the newer sort of stuff of the new one, Sun and Moon, which my kids are playing, but I'm kind of, when they're going to bed, I'm kind of grabbing the 3DS and sneaking in and sort of, you know, when I wake up in the morning, they actually find this, oh, I didn't remember having that Pokemon, because Dad's been sneaking in some games. But anyway, got Diglett soft toy. Oh, cute. That's nice, isn't it? Went to Tower Records, which is a record store, kind of like a, you know, Aussies would sort of relate it to, say, JB Hi-Fi in Australia. Sanity, does it even exist anymore? I was just looking around for metal CDs and stuff. Sometimes you get limited edition Japanese discs and things like that. Got a bit bored, and I thought, oh, I'll just have a look over at the anime section, and found a couple of shelves full of gaming soundtracks, which I was absolutely delighted to find. They had sort of cool stuff from Final Fantasy 1 upwards to whatever we're up to now, 15, and all sorts of cool stuff, Street Fighter soundtracks. It was just amazing. But picked up this, which is get the reflection off of that, Bloodborne soundtrack. Loved Bloodborne. Fantastic PlayStation 4 game. If you're a fan of the Souls series, definitely check out Bloodborne. The soundtrack, very ominous sounding, very moody and dark, but you're so hyped to find that, because it's sort of something you don't really find these days. Excuse me, Scotch. Especially in the record store, unless you do a special order, so it's just a cool find to find that. So I was hyped about that one, so put that down my pile of goodies. Also picked up this, which is the Sonic, was it Sonic anniversary, 25th anniversary soundtrack, which is 2 discs and a DVD, which has got sort of, you know, classics from Green Hill Zone, is it called? Oh, jeez, I've still got my retro wits about me. And numerous sort of 8-bit tunes and a few other bits and pieces mixed in, as well as some of the other Sonic sounds and music and whatnot. So that's cool. I've only listened to it, probably the first disc of that before I fell asleep, because I'm savagely jet lagged at the moment. Long story, but anyway, I got that. So that's super cool. What else did I get from Tower Records? Got this, because I'm a vinyl junkie. So I've got a beard, so I must be a hipster or something. But it's just a Tower Records, like a slip mat, which you put on your record player. Stops it from slipping. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool thing because it's Tower Records, and no music, no life. So cool. I'll have to crack on some good old Carcass records on top of this, on top of my record player, and spin some vinyl like a cool hipster. So that's going to be fun. I guess a lot of people sort of thinking, oh man, like you're a gamer and shit. You're like, you went to Japan, man, Akihabara. You're going to be like buying all them old school games. Bought one game. I'll go into more detail later on about prices and stuff like that in Japan in other videos, but the only one I did find of interest was this one that I've been after for a long time, which is Einhander, which is a like a 3D shmup early on in the PS1 piece by Squaresoft. Really been looking for that for a long time. Wasn't released locally here as far as I'm aware, But I've got a modded PS1 somewhere, and finally got Iron Hand. If not, I'll just whack it in the PC and use an emulator. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? Picked up this. Ugh. Iron Kong, Zoid's Iron Kong, because you know that I'm a bit of a model nerd, a bit of a Gundam nerd, from the old Zoid series. But that's Iron Kong, like an SD sort of one, like super deformed, which is a model kit which I'm going to make up. I just can't find my little modelling pliers at the moment. I actually sat down and started trying to make it, and I was like, I haven't got my pliers, I can't do shit. So I'll get around to it, and most likely I'll probably post it on Facebook. I don't know if we can bother doing a video on it, but hey, that's editing. It's a lot of effort. Also picked up this Bear Guy, woo, from the old I think we originally saw Bear Guy. This is the Gundam model kit. Damn, that reflection. From the Gundam Build Fighters series. I think it's from the Gunpla Builders beginning, which I'm assuming is another series. I've never watched past the first season. But yeah, I'm giving away to a mate as a gift. So it was only like $12. So, and man, fucking Gundam shit is so cheap over there. It's amazing. 7-Elevens are an amazing place to visit in Japan. There's just so much shit there, from fried chicken sticks to little Gundam models and things like that. Couldn't keep the box in this one just because I didn't have enough space in my suitcases, but this is a limited edition 7-Eleven version Gundam model kit that was only released in the 7-Elevens over in Japan. So I'm going to make that one up. I don't know what type of Gundam he is, but he's the gold edition, so all the frames are like in a gold sort of colour scheme. So hyped to make that one. I'm spewing I couldn't keep the box because it's a limited edition thing, but also I just sort of thought, you know what, I'm going to end up with so much clutter, which I've already got anyway. Fuck, I'll just throw it out, but now I'm kind of just going, I should have got that. Anyway, he's only $10, so as long as I've got a model, that's the main thing. Just as I was about to leave the country, was in the airport and they had a souvenir shop, and I saw this for $26, which is another one that I've been after for a long time, which is the Kaiju model from the Gundam as well, which is fucking badass. I think he's a scale 1/144 scale. But yeah, looking forward to making this guy, because he's a little bit different from the other models. He just looks red, kind of looks like an Imperial Guard or something. But yeah, look forward to making that one up, nerdily. Got some reading material. Everyone knows Dragon Ball. Found English. Oh, English! Don't know if you can read that. So what does that say? But yeah, been reading through that. That's actually really good bedtime reading. Got this because I'm a terrible tokusatsu fan, or a Sentai fan. I think it's the red, was it the Tyrannosaurus Rex Morpho coin thing from Power Rangers, or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as I guess the Western world would know it. Big Ultraman fan. That's something I really got into this year, just from getting into Godzilla, Kaiju and all that sort of stuff. So obviously I've got to go get into Ultraman. Just picked up a manga of Ultraman. Can't read it, but it's fucking cool. I just thought I'd just grab it for the sake of grabbing it. I've pretty much got halfway through when I was in the hotel. I was just sort of flicking through, looking at the pictures. The artwork's really cool. Just wish I could read Japanese, but have a bit of a look-see there, if it'll focus or not. But yeah, Ultraman's a huge thing over in Japan. Sadly didn't get to the Ultraman Cafe, but heck, what can you do? Also grabbed this. This is the magazine series that's out in Japan at the moment, which is celebrating the Godzilla, because it's an anniversary, and they're releasing every single Godzilla DVD plus sort of side DVDs of Kaiju relating to Godzilla. This one I got was Volume 2, which is King Kong versus Godzilla, and it comes with the DVD, no English subtitles, but hey, you know, you just watch it for the monster battles. It comes with original posters and like synopsis and like a little artwork stills and things like that. It sort of folds out, and you've got all sorts of stuff like in the plastic pockets there. And I want to try and get some of the big posters framed, because they're just fucking awesome old school Kaiju shit. Because that's what I get into. Speaking of Ultraman and stuff like that, there was a bit of an anniversary book based on Ultra 7, and I think it's Ultraman Leo. It's just a magazine sort of going through a bit of the history. Once again, I can't read it, but it's just a cool thing to have. It's just got pictures of all the different Kaiju and whatnot, and yeah, it's just Super cool. Just one of those cool things you pick up, and because you don't see that shit here, and that's what kind of irks me about Western sort of shops. I mean, you might be able to go to Minotaur and say, you might be able to pick it up, but you're paying about 6 times the price for it. I mean, that magazine was probably $5-10 or something like that, whereas here we probably paid like, God, $26, I'm guessing, because it's an import special thing, but whatever. Whilst I'm on the manga forefront, picked up issue 1 of Kamen Rider as well, which is one of the new series that's coming out. Kamen Rider's been around for a long time. All in Japanese, just bought it for the sake of it being cool, and I like tokusatsu sort of stuff, so got that. And a lot of toys, capsule toys as well. I haven't gone through all the shit that I've got, but little bear guy, found him in a 7-Eleven in Tokyo. It was only like $4 or something. It's like a little model kit, like the Gundam Converge. You sort of piece him together. He kind of looks like, oh, where are they? Somewhere around, but they're like little mini sort of things, and they're just cool. Got these for a friend. I've got 2 of these, which are the Continue character things. What is it? The Street Fighter 2 Continue edition. So it's got like all the different characters like in there. Like it's like a little bust, but it's got like all the characters in their what they look like in the Continue screen. So it's like 3, 2, 1. Ooh. So I got that for a friend, Mark, from Geekdom United, because he's a massive Street Fighter fan. Saw those in Super Potato, which I got the t-shirt from, had to, and I thought, Mark's going to love that shit, I'll grab him some. Whilst I'm on the, now I'm just going to get all toyish and rubber figurey for the rest of the video now, I think, looking at this box of goodies. Green Ranger, Tommy, awesome. It's like $1 or something like that. I'll probably give that one to the kids. Ultraman, had to. That was actually from an Ultraman shop underneath Tokyo train station. They've got a place called Character Lane where it's got like all their main character shops. So you've got an Ultraman shop, Pokemon shop, you've got a Ghibli shop as well, Hello Kitty, Snoopy, things like that. Original Ultraman, had to, because big fan of the series. King Caesar from the Godzilla movies. I can't remember which one he's from, but I know he features in Final Wars, and there's another one he features in as well. But King Caesar. These are really cool collectible items. There's a lot of, once again, there's like a lot of old school ones you can get from the 60s and 70s, but they're worth fucking heaps. So I don't know if I'll be chasing those because I don't have the disposable income for it, but I'm just going to get some of the newer ones and just random cheap ones that I find, like this guy from Ultraman. I don't know their names per se, or as yet. I know some of them, but most of the Ultraman ones I don't, but they're just goofy looking, and I don't know, it's just cool. It's just shelf stacker, you know. Let's whack them on a shelf. You know, this one was like 50 yen from a hard off that I found. Another Ultra 7. Jiras from Ultraman, which is basically Godzilla around that era. He's just got a frill around his neck, and he actually fights Ultraman in one of the episodes. But it's in the actual show, it's just exactly the same Godzilla suit, but he's got a frill around his neck, so he looks a little bit different. But was pumped to find him. He was actually like $20, I think, or $26. He's one of the more dearer ones. Or cheaper ones, considering some of the other ones I've found. This guy, which I think is Red King, also from the Ultraman series, really cool. He looks a bit more powered up because I've got another version of him here somewhere, which I can't seem to find at the moment. Oh, there he is. That's the normal version there. So it doesn't look as tough as the other one. And then you can see on the tag you got Ultraman giving him a bit of a headlock, because that's what Ultraman does. He fights monsters and kicks the living shit out of them. This guy, I think it's something Joe? I can't remember, but he's another big kaiju monster. Kaiju, when I say kaiju, I mean like, think Godzilla, like, you know, all like Power Rangers, we got those big monsters smashing through the cities. Like, Ultraman's huge, these monsters, kaiju, are huge. They all fight. It's really awesome. It's cheesy as shit, but fuck, it's just so cool. This guy, I can't remember his name. I did ask Adrian about it a while back. I can't remember his name though. It's like a shark with a drill nose. Got him. He was cool. Got him from like a department store in Kyoto. So Jamara, this was like from a capsule toy, little tiny Jamara, which is I'm trying to look for other ones, bigger ones, but he's hard to find. Another Ultraman character there. whack him up there. He's only a little guy. This dude, cool. Looks ridiculous, but I don't know. I just like it. I just like it. Anguirus. Oh, yeah. Motherfucking Anguirus. Sometimes friends with Godzilla, but sometimes his enemy. I remember there was, I think it was All Monsters Attack, or one of them, where basically Godzilla just rips his jaws apart and blood pisses out everywhere, but it looks ridiculous, because like in the suit, because he's got 4 legs, you can see the legs are bent over. They've actually modelled it after the actor that obviously walks on all 4s, but his legs aren't short, so it's ridiculous. Anguirus is kick-ass though. Love him. This guy, love this guy. Just looks cool. So I got him as well. Alien Baltan from I think about the 2nd episode of the original Ultraman series. There's a little one from him I got from the Ultraman shop. Jeez. This guy, not too sure of his name, but I got him as well. Whack him down. Darren's favourite, this guy with the 1 eye. Not too sure of his name. I will find out as I do more research later on, as I'm sort of slowly getting into this series. And also picked up a couple of little Kamen Riders, similar to that bear guy and the Gundam Converge. They were like sort of like $4 in the 7-Eleven. So you get like they weren't blind boxes. You basically look at the artwork in the box and that's who you get. There is a lot of blind box sort of stuff in the 7-Eleven stores, which you can just buy. So you go into, so I was going to 7-Eleven to buy a bottle of scotch, which was like $14, which is ridiculous, because in Australia I think Suntory whiskey is like $50 here, which is outrageous. And then you go into 7-Eleven in any place in Japan and it's like $14. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll grab some Coke, I'll grab some scotch, and I'll just grab some little monsters and shit. So as you do, because buying, it's just there and it's in your face, and it's stuff that you don't normally see here, and it's stuff that you really get into, but you just can't buy without paying exorbitant amount of dollars for it. So you just kind of just filling up your suitcase with little toys and stuff. So I actually did have to buy an extra backpack to bring some of your stuff home. But one of the coolest things I got, this is from Toys R Us in Odaiba in Tokyo. We went there obviously to check out the big Gundam statue. But found this guy, big fella, big Shin Godzilla. That's the final form, final form of Godzilla from the new Shin Godzilla movie. Oh, aren't you cool? It was in Toys R Us, and like Toys R Us is so much different from what we have here. It's kind of similar, but the stock they have is different. There's Gundam model kits, there's like, you know, anime statues, all sorts of cool stuff. But that's a majority of my shitty sort of nerdy pickups. There's a few other bits and pieces I've got inside which I can't remember. I got an Ultraman hoodie. I got like these little bee things and like engraved chopsticks and things like that. A G-Shock watch. This kind of looks like Ultra Magnus, the colour scheme, because I'm a bit of a sucker for G-Shock watches. But awesome trip. Bought a lot of plastic stuff. A lot of shelf filler, but hell, when in Rome, or in Japan in this case. But hope you enjoy it. This is actually my first pickup video that I've done ever, and I think it was quite apt, being that I've actually got something decent to show. Something, if you found it interesting, I certainly did. When I was buying the stuff over there, I was like, man, there's so much cool stuff. But a couple of later videos I'll do in the next coming weeks, or whenever I get time to do it. I just want to got video footage which I took in some of the arcades and things like that, and the big Gundam statue. And just the street food and the vending machines, like, you know, you like Ryo Hazuki, like drinking, like, you know, soda pop cans at the vending machines, like, good. It's amazing place. Had a good time there, and already planning on the next trip. Don't know when that's going to be, but god damn, hopefully soon. But until then, I'm going to finish my scotch, pack away all my toys. Hold on. Nom, nom, nom. If you get any questions about anything here, or comments, whatever, I'll endeavour to answer them below. Until next time, arigatou gozaimasu. But no, seriously, catch you on the next vid, and I'll have some arcade footage, and maybe some footage from inside the Super Potato store that I did as well. So not too much, because it was kind of really cramped in there, but we'll save that story for next time. Cheers, guys.